Adding numbers on the Microbit. Super cool. It's the easiest thing you can do. We go to basic, we go to show number, slot it in there, and you can see it's got a 0. That's not going to help us very much because it just shows a 0. So I'm going to go down to math, and I'm going to pick one of these blocks. We have plus, minus, times, divide. I'll go with a nice easy plus one. Snap it in there. 0 plus 0, that's not going to help us. Let's do 3 plus 2. That's a tough one, I know. 3 plus 2, and we have 5, and there it is there. And that is how you do numbers. Just take your block, put your numbers in, whoops, snap it in place. Super simple. I'm going to show you a whole bunch more. I've got a whole couple of examples for you. The next one is coming right up. Moving on with numbers, here's another example for you. Basic show number. All right, you should be comfortable with that by now. Back to math. Something plus something. Now, in the previous example, we did 3 plus 2 or something, and it just gave us a single number. But you can actually do quite complicated calculations in this. For example, if we go back to math, all right, I can take another block and go back to math again, and another one. I'll just do the same one, okay? Did you know it's very easy to duplicate blocks? If you just right-click and click duplicate, you can actually duplicate blocks. It's pretty cool. Right, watch this. So I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to slot it in there. Take my second block, slot it in there. So something times something plus something times something. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to put random numbers just for fun. And check that out. Refresh, and there's the answer right there. That's pretty good. I'll show you another one now. One of the nice things about working with numbers and the math blocks is that you can actually generate random numbers as well. So you don't have to always create your own number. For example, here you can see I've got my start block. I've got my show number 0 over there. I go to math. Here is my random number function. So I say pick a random number, pop it in there, and I can pick any random number from 0. I'm going to just put it on 9 just so it's a single digit, and then you can see it in the blocks. There you go. I'm going to refresh that, and you'll notice every time I refresh, there's a random number. So that's very, very powerful. Inside the math block, pick random number. Continuing from the random number features, I'm going to show you some more stuff you can do with operators and random numbers. Back to maths, I'm going to say something plus something. There it is there. Let's move it over to make some space. Go back to math. Random number. Now I'm going to get the computer, the Microbit, to do all the work for me. So I'm going to say, instead of me giving it a number, I'll say, you know what, you pick a random number from 0 to 9. And if you remember earlier, I showed you how to duplicate something. Just right click, say duplicate. And I'll just duplicate and pop that in there. And again, pick another random number from 0 to 9. And take a look. It actually generates its own number between 0 and 9, plus generates another number between 0 and 9. And there you can see, as I refresh, it automatically adds that together. Still on the concept of random numbers and operators, addition and subtraction, multiplication and division. Here I've just got another extension of that, where in the previous example I showed you how we can show a number, a random number from 0 to 9, adding to another random number between 0 and 9. Then I pause for 1 second, okay? 1,000 milliseconds is 1 second. So I pause for a second, and then I just do another calculation where I picked a random number from 0 to 5, and I doubled it. I multiplied that by 2. So just another example of how you can use random numbers. Just to show you, you're not actually limited to just the start button, the start when the program starts. You can also use buttons A and B, or A and B together if you wanted to. Exactly the same thing. The on button A, we show number, and it can be a random number. On button B, show a number. Let's build this and I'll show you how it works. So I'm going to just remove all of this. Right, when we're using buttons, that's still coming up in a later video, but I'll just show you quickly. There's button A, all right? If I press it, actually nothing's going to happen because I haven't told it to do anything. So it's an input, it's a command. I click on input, there's on button A. So let's put that over there. Now, when I press button A, what do I want to happen? I would like to show a number. And any particular number? No, just any random number will be good. Any number between 0 and 4 is fine. So let's test it. Button A, click, and there's a random number. Button A, click again, and there's another random number. And it's that easy. Let me duplicate this because I want to save time. Duplicate. Now you'll notice it's grayed out. Do you know why that is? It's because there's no 2 button A's. There's only 1 button A. So let's just change that to button B. There we go. Let's test it. Button A, beautiful, and button B, awesome. I guess while we're on the subject of inputs, let's do something when we shake the microbit and using numbers. It's an input command. There's my on shake block over there, so go on shake. So when I shake the microbit, I want it to do something. So again, we're working with numbers, so we'll just show a number. Back to math. Let's do, pick a random number, pop it in there. So we can't shake our computer or our screen, but there's a little shake button there. I can either use my mouse and actually shake it. If you see, look, there we go, cool. Or I can just click on the shake button if you don't want to keep moving your mouse around. So even on the input of shake, you can have a number appear on your screen randomly as well.